Hey guys, Ross here from Consolidata, and we've got a really cool project in the works right now. And I'm about to go through it with you, show you the mockups, and show you how you can get in on this lifetime offer. But before we do, I just want to explain why we are even making this offer. So, Consolidata is about actually a year and a half old, even though we've only been pushing it for about 3 months to monthly users, actually, just a little less than that. And the reality is that we are bootstrapped. I do not want to take on investors. Now, I'm personally about 190 grand into this thing out of my own cash, which isn't that much in the reality of things for building a software. And we're starting now to get to a point where we're gaining on that with our monthly reoccurring revenue. However, we want to move faster. We want to grow with more features quicker. And I have a project that's going to take about 3 to 4 months. And in order for us to accomplish it in that time frame, we want to hire more developers. And rather than us going out and getting investors and giving away equity, we want to give away lifetime accounts, raise some capital so that way we can take care of the developer fees, not out of Ross's pocket anymore. So, with that said, let's dive into the project. I'm going to show you what we got cooking. Now, I'm going to preface this presentation here by just letting you know that whether or not we raise the lifetime account funds, we're doing this. This is something that I am going to pay for it regardless, but I would love to speed it up if we possibly can. And so we want to release a new major feature. As of right now, Consolidata is a cool dashboard tool that allows you to integrate with your different marketing sources, go high level, and create neat metrics and KPIs that you normally wouldn't be able to just easily get without having a spreadsheet. But as I've been running ads for Consolidata, keep in mind, I've been about a year removed from the agency scene. I've seen that the attribution issues have only gotten worse since I was running ads, Facebook ads, even our Google ads. And it seems as if the pixels just don't fire properly anymore. And that's why there are these tools such as Hyros and Integramat or Segmetrics and AnyTrack, these different tools have gotten so popular. But I'll tell you what, just recently, I decided I need better attribution for Consolidata, and I went and signed up for one of these platforms. And it is a nightmare setting everything up. It is a pain in the butt. I cannot imagine if I had an agency trying to use that for every one of those clients. And attribution tracking is important because we could have an ad set converting so well, we don't know where it's at. It's frustrating. I'll tell you, my situation was I was running YouTube ads, Google ads, and Facebook ads, and I had no clue if my appointments and sales were coming from any of those ads or if they were coming from just organic traffic because they were only attributing it some of the time. I didn't know where the real good appointments were coming from. So setting these up is a problem. And this offer is likely only going to be appealing to you if you're someone who runs a lot of ads or you're going to be running ads. If you don't plan on ever running ads, it's probably not as appealing. Now, I will say this. We will be doing things such as email attribution, text message attribution as well. So that could be appealing to you if you're using those forms of marketing. But let's go ahead. I'll dive in. I'll show you. Keep in mind what you're about to see is all mock-ups. I don't want to pull a Trevor or whatever from that company where he pretended that they had an electric or a hydro whatever powered semi truck. This is all mock-ups. It's all in the works. But there is a special kind of attribution that actually some people thought that, for instance, certain CEOs of other companies was making up when it's called print tracking. And the idea behind it is that when a device clicks into your web pages, you can take a snapshot of that device and of that person, and within about 99.5% accuracy, create a fingerprint for them. And it's based off their device, not their browser session, not cookies or anything like that. So if 7 months later that person comes back and buys from you or becomes a lead or whatever, it'll attribute it to that. Now, I'm not quite as interested in 7 months out, but I am interested in like, hey, where are all these appointments coming from? It will do that. And that's what some people sell it on, but I want to know what's working now. And so we can have the ability to easily create this technology. It's out everyone's hands. We could go get this technology and build it for ourselves. It's actually not that difficult to do. And so that's why when I see these companies charging $500 to $1,000 per month, it makes me want to throw up because I know how it's done. It's just not that hard. So I want to show you what we're planning on doing here. The project is to build a user-friendly attribution tracking tool that has optimization features and quick setup. So I want to take it beyond just attribution. I want to help it to actually, I want to actually help you optimize your campaigns, optimize your funnel pages, etc. And it has to be quick setup. I don't want any of this junk where you have to go put all these UTMs everywhere. Like maybe in the beginning while it's in beta, you might have to do that, but I want everything one click. Like you create the source, you do this one click. It's going to be simple and it's possible to do. I think the problem is that the majority of these softwares have been created by developers first and people who aren't technologically illiterate like myself. Like I'm decent, but I'm not by any means like a support tech pro. I want to just be able to boom, easy, make it work. So let me show you what we're thinking. We want it to be clean. We want it to be simple. In Consolidata, we want to add a tab that says ad tracking. And when you click on that, you click create pixel. Now, when you create this pixel, this would be one that you would paste in the headers of your website. But also, what we're going to do is have it where you can add your sources right there. It'll just be one click add, just like when you're adding your integrations. I want to use TikTok, Facebook, Google, going through your different ad sources. You'll clearly be able to customize your rows and what you want to be able to see. When you create that pixel, that would be like every time you would land a client, you could create a pixel for them. If you have different products, you could create a different pixel per product. And then when you click in to that pixel, it would take you into the next page, which actually shows you all of your traffic sources. And you'll be able to add custom sources, email campaigns, text message campaigns, workflows, etc. And it'll pull them all up so that way you can see it. You'll be able to see your Facebook, TikTok, Google all on one page. You can click through. You could see it at the campaign level, the ad set level, or the ad level. Now, I have this vision that, okay, so once you click into Facebook, this just gives you an idea that you'd be able to see it at the ad set level, that every time somebody clicks in or interacts with your brand, I want it to add to a profile that we're building on this person. If we collect email, name, phone number, we'll add that to there. But even before we collect that information, I want to start building a profile on this person, and it will be their sessions that they've had. Think of this as we're creating a profile around, we'll say, who the ghost visitor is until we get their information. And then once we get their information, we use it to figure out lifetime values. And that page would look something like this. And my vision is that it's telling you how long they've interacted with your brand. And by the way, this is session IP here. That would be like your latest session, but the reality is that we're not going just based off IP address. A browser or a device fingerprint that takes into consideration like 100 different data points. So then you also have in here, it would tell you the total events, the revenue, the original source, the products purchased. But I think one thing that's really cool is going to be able to watch those different sessions in action. So being able to click on the session, hit play, and watch on their screen what they actually did. Now this is going to help you to optimize your landing pages and see what was going on. And then over here, it's going to track all their interactions. When they opened emails, when they read text messages, when they clicked on a specific ad, which retargeting ads they came through, when they hit specific landing pages, like every event, I want it to be tracking that within there. Now, you can only imagine what this then will give us the power to do, because the next thing that we can do is start sending events and creating custom audiences based off of people who spent at least 20 minutes with my brand, things such as that. Also, it's going to give you, with the proper attribution, letting you know what is and what isn't working. The other vision that we're going to be moving forward in, and this will probably be towards the end of 2023, is launching our own and it'll be the best one out there because I will not launch something that's subpar, funnel builder. And I'll tell you why. You might be thinking, funnel builder? There's so many funnel builders. I hate them all. They're all just a ripoff of ClickFunnels 1.0. And I want something that's fast and has cool optimization features. Like, for instance, as you are building that funnel, I wanted to tell you your estimated page load speed. And oh, you put that picture and it's too big. Here's how much it's going to increase your page load speed. Boom, click one click compression on the images. But here would be the cool thing for your funnels, your surveys, and all of that. If you're sending traffic to those funnels, it'll automatically track all the attribution for you. You won't have to worry about pixels and setting things up and trying to make it integrate with any other tools. We're going to try to make that really, really easy anyways, but it'll be like a smart system. So our timeline, our roadmap right now is we launch ad tracking. We go deep on that with our reporting. We get that working perfect. Then we turn our dashboard builder, which is pretty much like a funnel builder missing features, into a funnel builder. We're going to be renaming it to instances. And then you would be able to, you're going to have just this really great tool. So that way, when you're running ads to a page, you have all control over optimization, speed, and everything. Now, this here, I'm going to walk through just this feature. I got a little ahead of myself on the funnel thing here. I want to show you, just walk you through what it would take to get involved into the lifetime. This project, we estimate, is going to take us about 3 to 4 months of developers when we hire the 3 full-time developers to add to our additional team. Right now, we're growing a pretty good-sized team. We got a full office of developers, but they're busy working on Consolidata as is. And they're working on new design features to make the UX look prettier and all those sorts of things. So we don't want to pull them off of that. So here's what we're thinking. 3 to 4 months of development to get this feature in. The core functions, the front end of it's going to be easy. The core functions for us will be integrations as well as building out the print tracking capabilities. Once we have that set up, we can then start allowing our beta testers to use it. So here's how you get involved in this. The limited lifetime deal, you get unlimited pixels. So we won't limit you to how many you're going to be able to create. Unlimited reports, unlimited traffic and ad spend. Right now, I know a guy right now who's paying well over $3,000 a month for Hyros because of how much traffic and ad spend he's using. Ridiculous. Unlimited storage. And you'll be able to sit on our focus board where once a month we're getting on a Zoom and you can help us to shape this software to be exactly what we need as marketers and agency owners rather than someone building it and telling us what we need. Now, you'll also get all future updates and you'll always be on the top tier plan of Consolidata. And you're going to be able to use all the current features that we have as well. If you were to go back a year and a half ago, we sold a bunch of lifetime access to Consolidata to validate the original idea. And we sold it for about $1,500 for that. I want to say we sold 30 to 40 of them. Those people all are going to get this for nothing extra because at Consolidata, that's what we're doing. We are not ever coming back to people saying, well, you didn't pay for that, so we're not giving you that. You always get bumped up on the highest tier plan. So if you would be interested in getting unlimited pixels, unlimited reporting, unlimited traffic and ad spend, unlimited storage, sit on our focus board, you can get in for $5,000, which may seem like a lot of money, but the reality is that if you're spending $500 to $1,000 right now on attribution tracking, even $250, it doesn't take long before this pays for itself, especially because you're going to be able to use this for your clients. Now, I will say this. This always happens when the product gets closer to completion. People want in on the lifetime deal. It won't be available. And the reason for that is because right now we only have 10 spots available and we've already sold 4 just from this one post that I made last night. So there's really only 6 spots available left at the time of making this. And I'll just share a quick story with you. When my wife and I were looking for a house to buy earlier in this year, it was impossible to find something in spring. Everything we went had like 30 to 40 bids on it. It was just crazy. So I went to a builder that I knew who was finishing up a property, and I said, hey, how come this house is not on the market yet? And he said, well, we typically wait until we're a little bit closer to market it because people have a hard time seeing the vision and, of it being completed. I was like, well, okay, well, I put in my offer and it got accepted within 2 days. And I was not in a bidding war. The point is that the early bird does get the worm. And for people who have seen that we are gun ho on Consolidata, that we are deep on it, and that we are not going to be ending anytime soon, and that this is what our goal is right now, if you believe in me, you believe in the product and what we're doing, it's a great no brainer. There is delayed gratification. I understand that because it's going to be 3 to 4 months before you can use the attribution piece. But you can go ahead and start using the dashboards now. You can start tracking things within your GHL, within all your ads right now. And the design features are going to be getting very, very cool. So there's a lot of other things. We've got neat automation reporting tools. So that way you'll be able to push merge tags and send text messages saying, hey, here's an update of yesterday you received 10 leads, blah, 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 blah. You'll be able to merge in your data. So we got a lot of neat things in the works. If you believe in this, it's worth the $5,000. So let's just kind of reiterate what you get outside of the current. It's obvious you get all the current consolidated stuff. You also get unlimited pixels, unlimited reporting, unlimited traffic and ad spend to it, unlimited storage, and you get to sit on our focus board for $5,000. I would love to have you in it. If you have any questions, there is a chat box in the corner. You can ask questions, and if Sherry answers, you can ask for me. I'm happy to answer your questions as well. And we can otherwise, if you don't have any questions, you can click the link below and go ahead and sign up. We will be turning the funnel off as soon as we hit the 10 users. I know marketers say that. I'm not full of the fake scarcity stuff. Anyone who knows me knows that this is the real deal as far as, and the reality is for that is that the way I've done the math, after about 2 years of usage, we'll start losing money on you. But I know that new users that come in because we were able to get this feature up and running quickly will offset that by far. Cool. Well, hopefully you can appreciate what we're doing. Understand that the reason we're doing this is because we don't want to take on investors to be able to keep adding more features. I'm a much bigger fan of just saying, hey, if we can get 10 people who would be willing to pay X amount for that feature for a lifetime deal, then it opens it up for future people. Cool. Appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful day.